what is the future of esports, e-events, e-exhibitions? How these things are. So people know about the Dream 11s and the Nazara.com, and now we see exhibitions going online. So how will traditional agencies, and there are many people who are freelancers and professionals who are seeing us now. So they're
Right.
saying what happens to them, and this is all like big thing, esports. Nobody knew it till 2 years back.
Right.
So that is also part of experience.
Sure. Of
3D,
course.
AI, ML.
Sure.
Yeah.
I want to say one thing very emphatically. Over the years, and this is not me saying it, this has been proved over and over again. I've met some people who actually not fear, but they believe that the new digital world will replace the experiential world. And I'd like to very emphatically say that that will never happen. In any journey going forward,
Wow.
balance changes. Balance
Okay.
changes. Obviously, balance changes.
Sure.
There were a time when we worked with telexes. Today we work with WhatsApps. Today we
Okay.
talk free across the world. Initially we had telephones that we had to dial. So
So true.
modalities change,
Okay.
inputs change, but the actual touch and feel of an experience will
Okay.
never change. Okay?
So true.
It might go up or down, and you enhance, you use digital, you use all of these other experiences to heighten the effect.
So true.
What was an experience 10 years ago, the format will change,
Yes.
the amplification will change. You will get the right people in through digital interface. You will explain a little more to them through digital interface. I'll give you an example. We do the blues festival. It happens once a year,
Yeah.
in Mumbai over a weekend in February. But we have the largest active blues digital community in the world,
Wow.
and that runs through the year. We have a radio show that runs every week in 5 cities, and I have the privilege of hosting that on radio.
Yes.
And we have a lot of other smaller interactions. We've actually, it's like taking coal to Newcastle. We actually now have versions of the Mahindra Blues Festival that we do in Chicago twice a year, and we do in New
Wow.
Orleans once a year. It's blasphemous, actually. It's like taking coal to Newcastle, but
Yes.
but we actually do it. Now that is the power of the digital world. That is the power of the radio world, and that is the power of the activation world, where we take smaller versions to different cities. The
Wow.
idea is overarching. The idea is to create an emotional bridge, like I said, between India and the southern states of America for business purposes.
So true.
And let me tell you, and please don't, quote me on this, but when we started the Blues Festival 10 years ago, we
Mhm.
celebrated our 10th year in Feb this year. You know, uh, the certain division was the fourth in the US in the southern states. And I'm not
Okay.
saying it's only because of the Blues Festival, but today they are close to number one.
Wow.
Because, marketing is not only about talking about your product, marketing is about relationships. Marketing is about creating communities, like I keep saying. What have we done? We've created a blues loving community, and in the process, we've bridged an
Wow.
emotional gap between product and its potential users. And
Wow.
that's primarily it.
Wow.
So to answer your question, I think depending on whichever. So, firstly, let me say e-events, e-sports, e-exhibitions are very, very critical. They are
Okay.
very, very interesting, and a lot of people will use it. But at no point will it replace regular experiential. It's very exciting at the moment. But eventually, life draws balances between these. And the second thing is, the beautiful thing today, and everyone's doing it, including us, is we are looking to see how we can create a very beneficial balance between
Mm-hmm.
the new world and the classic world.
So true.
How can we use, like the example I gave you, the experience still happens live on ground. I'll ask you another question. Is the IPL an on ground event, or is it a online
Absolutely.
event? Is it?
Yeah.
There is no
Yes.
answer, right? Because it is online. If it was not played in the stadium, there would be no online,
There will be no. So
right?
true.
And yet the biggest money is made through television sponsorships and
Yes.
online things and whatever. So, like I said, lines are getting blurred. There's no either experiential or digital. Of
So
course, there are some things that run purely on digital and have no on ground manifestations, and
in
some that
fact,
are only on ground that don't have digital manifestations. It all depends on the product and its
I know.
purpose. but by and large, one will not replace the other.
One minute.
Uh, Esports, events, will be very, very relevant and will grow over the years. And that's another interesting area. In fact, today's youth and a lot of our people who are listening to us today, you must understand that medium and understand it well, because in the going forward, that will play an even stronger role in the world of advertising, in the world of marketing, in the world of entertainment.
In fact, I completely endorse your view. People will spend for experiences in the days to come.
That is right.
It's not only about, they want to spend on experience, touch and feel. They want to be there and enjoy that. Whether it is travel, whether it is weddings, which is a big industry in itself,
Right.
whether it's award show, seeing a celebrity on the ground is different from seeing it on a television.
Yeah, exactly. We see the celebrity in the film, every day.
Every day. So people will pay for experience, pay a premium for experiences.
Correct.
That would be.